Before we start, I figure I ought to clarify computer-generated reality. We've all pre-owned some type of this innovation, in arcades to present-day homerooms. Augmented reality is characterized, as per the Oxford English Word Reference, as a PC-created recreation of a three-dimensional picture or climate that can be interfaced with in an apparently genuine or actual manner by an individual utilizing unique electronic hardware, for example, a protective cap with a screen inside or gloves fitted with sensors. As far as I might be concerned, augmented experience is something that is utilized exclusively for gaming, beforehand just found in those arcade test system units. It's really a method of permitting an individual to totally submerge themselves in a game, film or scene, and is pretty virtuoso. Beginnings of virtual reality. The principal utilization of augmented reality, or by definition a gadget that helped control a PC, would be in 1962 with the making of the light pen, a gadget equipped for composing on a PC without the requirement for actual ink. Have a brief extra for 5 arbitrary realities? For augmented reality gaming, the origination would either be the Nintendo Power Glove or the Segascope 3D. Delivered in 1987, the Segascope was a fundamental pair of 3D glasses created for the Sega Master System which, rather than lens-projected pictures, utilized a quick-fire screen framework that opened and shut each side consistently. Cathode beam tube TVs would send a large portion of a picture each time, and the glasses thus were planned to use this, giving the figment of seeing stereoscopic 3D. Since the beginning there were likewise various triumphs and flounders from a large number of the enormous brands, from Sega's VR to Nintendo's Virtual Boy and Sony's EyeToy to Xbox Kinect. Current virtual reality. At any rate, that is sufficient history and foundation. How about we get on to the manners in which computer-generated reality is being utilized each day? One of the primary current uses for it is by all accounts in the gaming scene. Naturally, the player needs to lower themselves in their game and feel actually a piece of it, and this has gotten especially reasonable post-2012. The Oculus Crack is one of the more normal computer-generated simulation gear available today, with 1080p presentation and infrared situating, being upheld by some large PC gaming names. However, mostly the games are a greater amount of the indie sort. HTC's Vive is the following contender to Oculus title, however, making a relationship with the notable Steam Gaming and is acquiring genuine footing around there of innovation. Indeed, even the substantial hitters of the gaming scene are getting included. PlayStation are set to deliver the PlayStation VR in October 2016 with complete 360-degree development showing exactly how suitable augmented simulation is for the cutting-edge gamer. Instructive uses. Another significant use for augmented reality, that is getting increasingly normal, would be in instruction. This is especially the situation for those in danger gatherings or with incapacities, as it permits them to have significantly more of an active and vivid involvement with their learning. This can be an extraordinary instrument contrasted with sitting with a course reading, for certain providers in any event, expressing that virtual reality and interactive 3D answers for training have appeared to expand understudies' consideration levels by 92% and increment test scores by 35%. A few organizations are offering purported iDesks, a screen and 3D glasses combo that permits an understudy to completely include themselves with their learning, with constant reaction and head following. Understudies can make 3D models and plans. An illustration of how this innovation is as of now being utilized in schools is to venture to every part of the globe, all from the solace of the study hall, projecting scenes in various areas through an Android gadget, a modest pair of cardboard VR glasses and an application, all constrained by the instructor's tablet. Utilizations for job training. Connecting to instruction, and as I would see it the most valuable use of augmented reality, would be that of preparing. Augmented reality permits any scene to be imitated without as much pressing factor, threat and time limitations. It permits learners to center, rehash and build up their abilities in these zones without the potential issues recorded beforehand. Everybody from military pilots and bomb removal to surgeons and firefighters can and should utilize this innovation for their potential benefit. I feel that this will get quite possibly the most ordinary and powerful manners by which those external gaming utilize augmented reality to profit life and the actual world. Pilot test programs, as referenced previously, are a fundamental piece of preparing pilots, and now in 2016 you will see a turn of events and rollout of IC. IC is a cutting-edge computer-generated reality gadget comprising a daily existence-size eyeball in a life-sized model head that is then projected onto a screen progressively and permits an individual to bring out a medical procedure through a magnifying instrument. The IC permits ophthalmology occupants to rehearse strategies in a considerably more proficient and sensible way contrasted with past preparing techniques. These tasks can incorporate waterfalls, intravisual and retinal medical procedures. Augmented reality truly is awesome. Later on I feel this zone of preparing innovation like pilot test programs and IC, will advance into all colleges, universities and preparing foundations. It will permit a learner to rehearse with no genuine outcomes and gives the chance for redundancy of these test systems, creating them as an expert, which streams down to more viable laborers whether you're a firefighter or a medical attendant. It appears to be that numerous associations concur with this, considered putting thousands in VR improvement, one of these being St. George's University London, who have set up another clinical reproduction community that imitates scenes like a club fire or side-of-the-road crash, all with the point of preparing the following rush of paramedics. In homeroom instruction, there are so numerous ways computer-generated reality can be utilized. From intuitive iDesks, to totally diving into a reproduction of authentic scenes. Computer-generated reality will permit such countless more students to be more occupied with their investigation and benefit from training, and I do believe that soon enough, pretty much every school will utilize iDesks or comparative innovation. The promoting scene consistently hops head-on into any innovative headway as a method of excelling, this being no special case. Improvement. Through the miracles of VR, there is of now dealing with virtual lists as a method of testing an item, occasion or experience, and this will turn into a regular event as computer-generated reality turns out to be more normal. TUI, a main travel planner bunch for instance, has carried out its new idea to in excess of 120 European travel services including Thomas Cook, giving clients, using intelligent instruments like world guides and iPads, motivation when arranging their next trip. Albeit computer-generated reality apparently centers its application for gaming, there are so a lot more weighty and huge uses for this innovation as we've seen previously. Each school, college, student and learner expert will one day utilize augmented reality consistently for preparing, reenactments and building up their abilities. This innovation truly is a distinct advantage, an approach to inundate oneself in an alternate world, an alternate climate and a totally reasonable life like recreation of a calamitous occasion, all without the requirement for movement, danger or intricacies. It truly is a shared benefit. Simultaneously, however, from a gamer perspective, complete 3D 360-degree interactivity is surprising, and for what reason can't innovation be both genuine and pivotal for the cutting-edge world and a path for individuals to unwind and have a good time? I most definitely will get a PlayStation VR and can't hold back to consider the to be of augmented reality as it turns into the standard and spreads out itself across each area and establishment, making each individual more viable at their picked calling, subject or lifestyle.